All right, so you said that what you expect in a partner is someone who can give you quality time. What do you think you give to a partner? What is, of those 5 things, what do you think that you would mostly give?
So I've done acts of service to many people.
Ah. So you've given acts of service to many people.
Without being told to. I'm not talking about chores. I'm not talking about work. I'm talking about doing things for people.
I'm sorry.
Without
for
my family and for my friends. Just stuff like that.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So that's just the kind of things that it takes to maintain a long-lasting relationship. I would love, Ben, for the people who watch this video, if you have time to comment and let us know what is the glue that bonds you and your partner together, especially if you've been together for a lifetime. Or why don't you do this? Why don't you just tell us how many years you and your partner have been together and what, yeah, that's it. How many years have you and your partner been together and what is the glue that bonds you? Even if it's not your first partner, if it's like your second husband or second wife or your, what is the glue that bonds you? I would love to hear that. Hey folks, Lester and nephew Jake here, my farmhand, my foreman, my nephew Jake, my foreman, and today we're going to be putting out some winter grass seed here at the I'm a Survivor Sanctuary. Jake is going to pull out that husk knife. Jake, tell me that's not the best knife you ever used. Show it to me.
Awesome.
Stick it over here in my camera so I can see it. Now do not cut my ear. Put your finger in the hole. Put your finger in that little hole so you don't slip. Now I know.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, now watch how this knife will slice and dice. Jake, go ahead and cut that bag open. I'm going to stand away because Jake is bound to slice my ear. And that knife, Jake, was gifted to me. But I'll tell you what, it has been the best knife for, I know it's made for kitchen, for slicing and dicing your vegetables and all the things that you use in your kitchen, meats and whatnot. But I'll tell you what, I keep it here in my truck and I use it all the time for stuff like that. And it's pretty awesome. So we're gonna fill up this seed spreader here. I bought this last week from Tractor Supply. I put 300 pounds, Jake, of winter seed on my pasture over at Longhorn Lester's. And today we're gonna put 150 pounds over here on our front pasture. And then tomorrow, or maybe this afternoon, we're gonna put another 150 pounds. But I gotta go to a different Tractor Supply. They were out when I went and bought the seed. I bought the last ones. I bought them all. And I need 3 more bags of this stuff to do our back pasture. But this here should do all of our pond and all of our littles will be taken good care of. And what's awesome, Jake, is it's going to rain tomorrow. And that's going to be perfect. Get it out, let it rain.
What's rain?
What's rain? Yeah. I know. What's rain? Thank you, Jake. He just sped by like a bat out of hell. I'm gonna pretend to get onto him. Why are you driving like a bat out of hell? You know who you were driving like?
Dustin.
Your brother, Dustin. Yeah. Hey, I'm messing with you. Morning. You wanna go with me to take these goats for a little walk?
Where we going?
Or you got other things to do?
Where we taking on our walk to?
Right out there to the cemetery. Don't go too fast. I don't want to spill my coffee.
Okay.
Drive straight to that gate up there. Now, there are other things to do, though. It is very exciting. Come on, baby. Let's go. Come on, Tilly. We're going to go for a walk. We're going to go for a walk. Come on, littles. Let's go. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Come on, Tilly. Tilly. We're going for a walk. Come on, babies. We're going to go for a walk. If you stand right here and you look out at the pasture, see the wet grass?
Yeah.
Can you see two different sets of tracks where something has walked through the wet grass?
Where?
So if you look at the grass right between these two trees here,
There.
and you can see where two
I
different
see.
animals or either one animal has walked over and then walked back. So whichever animal it is, more than likely it's a dog, has come right through there. Now I do have a trap sitting over there along the base of that telephone pole, but I thought I had already trapped and caught all the dogs who were coming up, but maybe not. Aren't you cold this morning?
Not really.
It's pretty chilly out here. So we were hoping the ghost would come out and forage a little bit. That's not really what we had in mind. Come on, babies. Come over here and eat. Shirley shook her head no. Tilly, come on and be a goat. Tilly and old Nanny Goat have kind of teamed up where they do things together, which I like that. All right, Ben, so what's going on with you? What's new?
Not really anything.
There's nothing.
I'm just taking my psychology class.
How's that going? How's psychology going?
It's going fine.
Are you enjoying the concept of learning about the mind and how it works?
A lot of it I've learned like in my life. Like here's something people don't know about me. So they think people always ask, well, "Where'd you learn this? Where'd you learn this?" Because I know a lot of things.
Okay.
Honestly, most things I know, I didn't learn in school.
Would you know that I've done a little bit of research on relationships and what can make a long-lasting relationship, and there's actually a mathematical formula that makes for a good partner, a lifelong partner. You can start asking questions, kind of like psychology, or doing a study, and find out that there are certain things that they have in common, and it's those things that glue that keeps them together. And so one of the things is you don't have children right away. It's a lot easier if you do not have children. So it's a lot. Now, I'm not saying it can't happen. So, I mean, it can, I guess, but it's a lot easier. Most couples who have lasted a lifetime were able to be married and did not have children right away. And why do you think that is? It goes into explanation of why they think that is. Why do you think that might be a...
I really don't know. I have heard about this, actually. I'm being serious. One thing I read was like the less sexually active you are before marriage, the more successful your marriage is to be.
Hold on. The less sexually active you are before marriage, the
More successful. Like
more sex you'll have during marriage.
couples, like marriages where both couples were virgin at marriage are the most successful marriages.
All right, Ben, could we keep this family friendly? It has to always, everything about you
I'm
and
not
Jake
being-
has to deal with sex. I
I'm not being
swear.
too graphic.
Okay, so that's one thing. So the reason that they say that it's
Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. This is stop. Wait.
so here's the thing. I think that the reason that they say you wait to have kids later is that gives the husband and wife, the partners, time to spend together without having the stress and all of the time that a baby takes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when you go into a marriage with a partner already having kids, or you have kids right away, it doesn't really give you time to actually bond as much as what you would if you did not have children right away. Another formula is that the husband and wife or the pair share a common interest. They have to share a common interest, a pastime. It can't be where the husband enjoys playing darts every Thursday night and the wife enjoys going to the knitting club every Sunday afternoon. They have to have you could do that obviously, but they have to have a passion that they share together, an interest they share together.
Yeah, I'm not sure how true opposites attract really is.
Yeah, think about that for a minute. Opposites may attract as far as in some areas, they may attract, but do opposites attracting equal lifelong partnerships or a lifelong marriage?
Yeah,
That's what really matters.
I think Janet Jackson was kind of full of it.
What happened?
You know that song "Opposites Attract" and from 1988 or the 80s.
No? How does it go?
It's called "Opposites Attract."
Okay.
It's like I don't know the entire lyrics, but it's called "Opposites Attract."
Opposites attract. And but think about it, though, what you're saying and what I'm saying is different. Opposites may attract for a temporary relationship or a temporary,
But not longevity.
but for longevity, they're saying there's certain things that you and your partner actually, so this is kind of good advice for people that are young in dating and who are just starting out. If you really do want to have a marriage that lasts forever, there are certain things. There are certain things. Now, do you know about the love languages?
Not really.
Okay, so it's also true if you have learned how to read and if you can, the love languages. Now, listen to me. So you have a love language and you also know that your partner has a love language. So I think there's 4 or 5 different languages. So gifts, giving. So are you the kind of guy that actually loves to get gifts? Do you need your partner to give you gifts to show they love you?
Personally,
Yeah, personally.
not really.
Not really. So then that would not be one of your love languages. But would you believe that there are people out there that they get the biggest thrill of their partner surprise, or here you go, baby, or here you go, love, and they need that. And if their partner stops giving gifts, then all of a sudden they find that they have problems. How about words of affirmation? So you need to hear from your partner positive things that build and lift you up every day or on a regular occasion.
I can understand people who need both of the things. So personally, those won't apply to me.
The first one does not, or neither one. Neither one of those apply to you. Okay. How about the physical touch? I know that I'm not trying to say this in a physical, nasty type way, but there are some people that need physical touch. They need their partner to physical touch. Put your hand on my hand while we're driving, or rub my shoulders. Let me hold my hand. Let me just, they need physical touch. When you're eating, let's touch legs. When we're sleeping, let's touch legs. Just, they need physical touch. You don't think that that's you either?
I don't know. Most of the time, probably not, but on some occasions, yes.
Okay, so there are a couple of more. I just forgot them. I'm still trying to figure out your love language. So the thing is, Ben, what you have to do whenever you discover or find somebody that you connect with and you really want to find out if you guys may have what it takes.
I don't like clinginess. Like this, I'm not currently in a relationship right now, but I would not want to date a woman who's too overly clingy.
Clingy.
I would not like that.
No, most men, I would think. Maybe not. That's probably a bad generalization. I think that to each their own when it comes to that. But a lot of people like to be clingy and some don't like clingy. I think that my older son, L.E., I think that he is clingy. I think that he likes clingy. I know Jacob is clingy. When Jacob has a love interest, we've always joked about Jacob, and Jacob knows we joke about him. It doesn't matter. Jacob is very clingy. Jacob, a date turns into spend the whole week with me. Yeah. Tilly, come out and play. She doesn't want to be a goat for anything. So another one of the love languages is
quality time.
Quality time. There are some people that need time with their partner, and I don't mean just so Jamie and I are both quality time people. We're physical touch and we're quality time. We would sit sometimes for hours enjoying our cups of coffee. If I could wake up earlier and Jamie didn't have to go to Zoom calls at 8 o'clock, we'd sit for a long time having coffee. But that's what we call our quality time. No matter if we're here or at Longhorn Luster's, we need that quality time. We also do the same thing in the afternoons. We find a time to sit down after all the chores are done, and we may not have anything planned to do. It may not be going on a date. It may just be sitting and quote-unquote dating from home, when you're just sitting down, having a glass of tea or morning coffee and just talking and just having quality time. So
that kind of applies to me.
Oh, that does apply to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so as an example, I know that you're going off to San Antonio for a little day vacation.
To see Elton John.
To see Elton John. Okay, that's awesome. Now, you have anyone going with you?
No, I don't know anybody that's willing to spend $300 on Elton John. I don't know anyone that's willing to do that. Maybe 50 or 100, but no more, but not 300 like I had to spend.
Oh, Elton John's awesome. I've never seen him in concert, but I love. What's your favorite Elton John song?
Probably Benny and the Jets. Because
How does it go?
Dun, 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 dun.
Keep going.
I'm trying to remember the opening lines. Oh my gosh.
I think that
Benny and the Jets. Dun, dun, or,
I believe that Elton John was invited to the Queen's funeral.
I know he sang at the funeral of Princess Diana back in 1997.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Candle in the Wind. What's the song he sang?
Yeah, Candle in the Wind.
Goodbye, English Rose, for you are ever in our hearts, and something.
That's awesome, Ben, that you know that. And then, of course, the very last acts of service is the last of the love languages. And that's like, I don't know exactly how you define what an act of service is, but I believe it's doing things for others. I'm just trying to figure out what that might mean. But an act of service, what do you think an act of service might mean?
Act of service. Doing things for people.
That's what I think it must mean.
Going on dates.
It's not, so acts of service and gift giving is not the same thing, I don't think.
Going on a date, doing things for them, like
no, hold on, I'm gonna look. This is the craziest thing, but Ben just now said when I was off camera what he thought active service was, and you're exactly right. Mowing the lawn, doing the dishes, those are exactly what it talks about in the internet.
Cleaning the house.
The acts of service and cleaning the house, just doing things, going above and beyond what your role might normally be, just to help your partner out. And that's how you show your love, by different acts of service. Anyway, so normally it says that you need some type of love language from your partner. So if you think, what would you, when you run across who you hope to be Mrs. Right, which of those 5 things do you think that you would need from your partner?
Occasional touch.
Okay.
Quality time.
Oh, so you have multiple things that you're going to need.
Oh, you're only supposed to have one?
I don't know. I think that you have to share at least one.
Oh, okay. Well, I think the most important one would probably be quality time.
So you hope, so before you could ever be serious with anybody, you have to have a partner who likes to have quality time.
Yeah, but then quality time means anything.
It could be, like I said, me and Jamie it's coffee in the morning. It's sitting there watching a Netflix every afternoon, sitting there eating together. Because if your partner is like, yeah, we're partners, but Monday night you are doing this and I'm going to be going here. Tuesday night you're doing this, but I'm going to be doing this. Wednesday, and yeah, you have no quality time.
About
Leonard, come down. Goats get hurt that way. Go ahead, Ben, I'm listening.
If y'all remember that video we made back in July about traveling and me taking G on trips, I talked about in that video how my dad traveled his whole life with his parents were big travelers, but my mom, of course, when y'all were growing up, y'all never really went anywhere.
Never.
But so when my mom married my dad, who was this worldly, cultured man who wanted to go, who's been everywhere, seen everything, she wanted him to
take her along.
Yeah.
All right, so you said that what you'd expect in a partner is someone who can give you quality time. What do you think you give to a partner? What is, of those 5 things, what do you think that you would mostly give?
So I've done acts of service to many people.
Ah. So you've given acts of service to many people.
Without being told to. I'm not talking about chores. I'm not talking about work. I'm talking about doing things for people.
I'm sorry.
Without
Uncle being
for my family and for my friends. Just stuff like that.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So that's just the kind of things that it takes to maintain a long-lasting relationship. I would love, Ben, for the people who watch this video, if you have time to comment and let us know what is the glue that bonds you and your partner together, especially if you've been together for a lifetime. Or why don't you do this? Why don't you just tell us how many years you and your partner have been together, And what, yeah, that's it. How many years have you and your partner been together? And what is the glue that bonds you? Even if it's not your first partner, if it's like your second husband or second wife or your, what is the glue that bonds you? I would love to hear that. All right, so let's end the video the way we started, talking about your psychology class you're taking right now.
Yeah.
What has been the most interesting or enlightening thing that you've learned so far? And if you say nothing, because you've already known all these things, do you feel like it's just kind of been a waste of your money?
Okay, so I kind of already knew a little bit about this, but not entirely.
Okay.
So when you accuse somebody of doing something,
When you accuse somebody of doing something, which we've all done,
when people who lash out and get angry, like, I didn't do that, they are more likely to be not guilty than people who are more like, oh, come on, you know me, I wouldn't do that.
wait a minute. So I would think the opposite of that. I feel like those that make the bigger scene, trying to deter you from even saying their name, are usually the ones that might be the most guilty. But that's opposite?
That's not true.
That's not true.
People who lash out and get angry when they're accused are more likely to be innocent than people who are more like calm and manipulative. Like, oh, come on, you know me, I would never do that. Those people are less likely to be.
How about people who play dumb? Because I do. Whenever I'm accused of something and that I did, I play dumb. Like, what? Huh?
I actually don't know about that. I don't know. I'll have to ask I'll have to look into that.
Well, that was a very nice conversation. It's always fun hanging out with Ben. He has a lot of neat things to say. Hey, Brady, move out of this cemetery. Move along. There's a lot to forage on, my friends. And this is not one of them. Uncle Raleigh's and my grandparents' spot is not somewhere they need to be. It's neat to come out here, though. They love to come out. That right there is the true essence of what we hope our goats would do when we let them out. Walking along, foraging along this little trail of thicket, eating things they don't get out of the grass, different kinds of things their bodies need. And most of this stuff here will grow throughout the winter. It doesn't die out the way a lot of things do at the first frost. Let's see how good they're going to listen. Come on, littles, let's go. I don't have any snacks. I don't have anything to offer. Oh my gosh. Here these two come. Y'all have missed the entire... Lord. Come on, littles. Come on, babies, let's go.